Force of the Abyss.
Yep.
What do we think?
All good. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Video done.
Sweet.
Like him, yeah.
Yep.
We were just sort of saying before we started recording that they're an army that is forgotten a lot, Force of the Abyss. I don't really understand why.
Nobody looks at them thinking best armies in the game, but then you actually look at what they've got and they're like, oh, they do everything well.
They do everything well, but they don't
A lot of it's
break stuff.
A lot of it's very conditional about what they do well. Like, you look at, say, Moloch, like 16, 18 with Fury, it's sweet.
Yeah.
Defense
Battle 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With regen, and all that. And you think, oh man, they could be either really resilient or they will die super easily where other units would have been fine. And that's the weird, unique area where Force of the Abyss sit, which is why you look and thinking, oh, they're awesome, or sometimes they just get wiped off the body thinking, oh shit.
You got horsemen, which are a really good cavalry unit.
Really good unit.
But they're just not quite good enough.
Very expensive for 14-6, all that kind
for
of...
14-16, and they don't quite break 17 nerve units on the charge, and there isn't a Bane Chancellors to keep up with them. Yeah.
So almost everything in the list has that but.
Yes.
After them, doesn't it?
Which is a mark of a well-designed army.
Yeah.
It is.
Everything's good.
Yeah.
Everything does something well, but there's always a little bit more.
Yeah. Like, you'd never feel cheated playing against them.
No.
I don't think.
So, with that, do you now feel cheated? Playing against some of these new
people are
changes?
super annoyed about Cronus and the Well Swords running around being dickheads and just leeching. There's some really cool ways of moving damage around now. Force of the Abyss could do that all right. They were better at it in 2nd edition.
They were.
They got taken off them because it was too fun and interesting for 3rd edition.
So that was it. I felt like Force of the Abyss were one of those armies that lost a lot of their character.
Yeah.
Not necessarily their strength, but a lot of what made them interesting and different was removed in 3rd edition.
Yeah.
They were almost bland, I think. From where they were really unique, really cool, did lots of stuff that no one else did, and then a lot of that got pulled out. I should say, for the record, this is one that me and Mike Crossman did as our group, and so a lot of these changes are based around trying to get interesting stuff back in, but also it turns out really quite powerful things in the process, because the Cronus is tasty now.
It is good, whereas before it was completely useless.
So the Cronus,
one of the flagship Mantic awesome monster models.
Beautiful mini, was just turd.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I really like the new Cronus. I think it's probably the best monster in the game now.
I disagree.
One of the best monsters.
Yeah, I mean the Abyssal Fiend is still amazing. You've been saying for the 2 years that the Fiend is about 25 points undercosted,
and I think the Cronus might be closing in on better than it now. Only because moving damage around is massive and really powerful.
Especially in Abyss where you've got the regen, you've got life stuff, you've got Well of Swords, you've got all this.
And he's still got Cloak of Death as Cronus and all that kind of.
Yeah, he's only like D6 plus 6 in combat, isn't he?
Melee 3 now, though.
But Melee 3 Crush 3 is still a lot of damage.
So actually, I think the Cronus is now fighting with the Fiend as best monster in the Abyssal list, which I think is a really nice change for him.
There's actual competition there, whereas it was not competition before.
Yeah, I love the new Cronus.
Yep.
And pairs up beautifully with the Well of Souls update.
Which is now useful again.
Yeah. Well of Souls just got so expensive. I don't know what. It's probably Tom's fault.
It is exactly. No, dude, we joke about this a lot.
Yeah.
But there are several occasions where we could point to me having a conversation with an RC member, and suddenly the thing that I did was no longer.
It wasn't a conversation. You clearly beat them at a tournament.
It's not just you.
No, it's not. It's not.
We've all.
Pole arms is definitely my fault.
Okay, that's you.
Definitely
but you
my
can
fault.
still do it in other lists.
Yeah.
That's the
no. Will of Souls was a problem in quite a few different areas. Obviously, definitely me. I'm not. Fucking arrogant.
No,
a lot of people use them because the Well of Souls, if you knew what you're doing, was an absolute nightmare.
The old Well of Souls was a nightmare, and I think hit too hard as a result of that.
Yeah, I thought he was 30 to 10 points too cheap in the old set for the things that you could, if you knew what you're doing. He was rancid, especially when you're running with Heliquins as they were, because it's exactly what Heliquins needed.
Well, that was kind of the problem. So Well of Souls got hit hard. But
Abyssal
they didn't take into the consideration, that
they had the Heliquin unit.
all the other stuff around the Will of Souls also got hit hard, so it got the double whammy.
Yeah.
So this, I think, brings it back into real contention.
Yeah.
Straight away. Much,
Yeah, it's fair now.
Should we say where he got? Because we haven't actually where he got.
We assume people are going to look in front of them, but yeah.
He's got Life Leech 5 back.
Yeah.
Up from Life Leech 3.
Yeah.
Because he was Life Leech 5, which was fine, and he has the ability to shift damage onto itself. But Life Leech 3 just couldn't take that damage back off.
Not quick enough, no.
No, because he was only hitting with 10 melee for Crush 2 attacks.
Yeah.
Which is alright, but on average against a defense 4 unit, that's 4 damage.
Yeah.
So you're never going to get it all back on average, and you'll often go under, or you'll fight a defense 5 unit, or you'll be getting 2 to 3. And because it's a melee 4 unit, if you get 3 hits, you can't exactly complain, because that's within the normal realms, and you got to roll to wound after that. Yeah. So you couldn't be too adventurous with him.
Yeah.
But you don't have those chances of taking off 5 damage.
When you knew what you were doing, you go into a nasty place and you were getting into a flank and you were taking 10 damage off of a unit which was nearly dead to fine. Then he goes in a flank, he takes 5 off, you can't touch him. He goes somewhere else, there's another 5, and you're like, what the fuck is
Take
this?
it back, can we remove the buff? I just remembered what playing Well of Souls is like.
But
he's gone down to speed 8.
Yeah.
Which is my
that is a big difference, yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
It's not that it sucks, it feels fair now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I liked what it was.
Yeah.
Same with Talk to Souls. I liked speed 10 nimble but shambling rather than speed 8 and boring.
I do miss the fact that there's the shambling without a surge source. I thought that was an interesting.
Yeah. And again, we've covered this. It's one of the more interesting things that they took away from Abyssals. Talk to Souls, speaking of, they got Thunder 1.
They did. They needed it. When I looked at the calculator, they were costed for having Nimble that they didn't have.
Nimble, but
I know, but there was a trend towards the large infantry flyers not having Nimble.
They don't, obviously, just for me personally, they don't feel right because they're a swarm unit and they're not nimble.
Yeah.
Not all swarms are.
Yeah.
But
Torture Souls are a good example.
Torture Souls are a flying maelstrom of just random dudes that you should like.
Don't fly very nimbly. It's hard to fly in formation.
I don't know how they fly. They kind of levitate about.
Exactly.
It's hard to fly.
It's hard to fly in formation.
Moving through stuff. It's ethereal.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Alright.
There you are. It's like wraiths. Wraiths don't fly. They're ethereal.
They get shrouded. Do they get shrouded? No, they don't.
Wraiths
do, but Torture Souls don't. No, but the Will of Souls does. That's what got shrouded. That's what has Strider.
Yeah, Torture Souls. I think it's a nice change for them. Torture Souls are okay. They sit in a similar-ish design space to the
Straight up buff, and it's kind of what they needed.
Exactly, nothing wrong with that at all. Yeah. The Moloch change I really like because I think the Fearless upgrade was they were paying the full cost of the Fearless upgrade despite already having Fury. There was also the issue, and it's a similar one to the Herd, where they sat in two similar design spaces to the Cavalry. So there wasn't a clear, this is the softer but really punchy one, and this is the harder and faster one.
Damage output is similar.
Yeah.
The effective ability to take damage is similar, because one's got 1 less defense, the other one's got 2 more nerve. Yeah. So it's kind of pulled them apart from each other.
So they just sat to, so now you've got a very clear, this is your hammer one.
Yes.
It's more expensive, it's slower, it's, less defense, but it will really, really punch something now.
It doesn't like shooting even more now.
Yeah.
And then,
exactly. Yeah. It's lost that ability to be fearless for the shooting.
But you wouldn't say that anyway, so it's...
Yeah.
Realistically, when I was running these, if I were running these now, I'd be running the upgrade on them and probably not on the item, whereas before I was running an item but not the upgrade.
Yeah. So cool unit.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the Sacrificial Imp get touched because it's a trap and it's crap. Apart from anything but lower Abyssal Hordes. Yeah. Speaking of lower Abyssal Hordes, you can take your Crushing 1 upgrade for free. Thank God, finally, sense.
Because every other thing the game can, so why not though? It's an obvious swap, isn't it? I mean, that kind of gets onto the theme of the next few changes is Abyssal Infantry changing. So obviously the lower Abyssal can now take the thing free. The Oathbreakers rally Infantry, which is very nice. It's a similar kind of unit to what we just saw from
It's an upgraded Abyssal Guard unit.
Yeah.
And they are pretty cool.
They are. I like them a lot. rallying.
I think they're a decent centre of your line.
Yeah.
They're nice because stuff like you don't mind so much not getting like inspiring like the Oath Keepers do from the other Lady Row list, because you've got like fiends and they were always sitting there anyway, so you're already getting a cut price fiend or a warlock and they're both awesome anyway, so you don't need it. But the rally one's great.
Yeah. Because you've now got Abyssal Ghouls that are defense 4, 15, 17.
Yeah, Abyssal Ghouls are often overlooked and they are one of the best basic infantry in the game.
Nerve?
Yeah, they've got more nerve than lower Abyssals, and they're just random
they're
ghouls.
14, 16. They're elf level nerve. Yeah.
So they've got the same defense like
they're bullshit. But yeah, so you've got obviously the Oathbreakers, you've got the lower Abyssals, and the formation, of course, is also infantry buffs, which I really like. It gives a Despoiler inspiring, because I think that's probably the most maligned thing about the Despoilers is
everyone's complaining about the Despoiler champion is that it's a character that doesn't inspire, and you've finally given it that, and it's now sat with lower Abyssals who've been given nice buffs. And
as I was just saying, 15, 17 ghouls, you've now got 15, 17 ghouls with Life Leech 2.
Yep, Life Leech 2.
Or lower Abyssal Hordes with Life Leech 2 and regen and Adrenaline Life and the Cronus.
I have to point out is especially nice on Abyssals because the Life Leech triggers after your regen. So you get your regen plus Life Leech 2.
Yeah. So you get roll more dice.
Yeah, it's not like Iron Resolve where you heal it before you get to roll regen or something. It's
these paired with the Cronus now, I think it's just nasty.
Yeah.
This is why I think the Cronus is really good, because you've got the Cronus sat in the middle doing a reliable 4 or 5 points of damage, healing it off the your lower Abyssal Hordes, which have just had the regen and they've got Life Leech themselves as well.
You leave them on 2 damage.
You can make a proper nice little battle
healing
group of like you center your army around this lower Abyssal Horde, and they've got like sharpness on them because you can afford to just go full melee on them. And then you've got Life Leech 2 from the formation, you've got your regen, you've got Cronus sat nearby. I can get all 5 damage back off.
Kill me one go or don't kill
I have to point, it's not Life Leech 2 from the formation, it's an aura with Life Leech, so it affects the stuff outside the aura. Succubi.
Abyssal Guard, you could have
really like it because Succubi's nerve is crap and the defense is crap and the relying on staring often doesn't do the job.
I think there's a really nice list here now of all the various infantries of Frost of the Abyss with the Cronus and Well of Souls and things like that, pulling damage off and moving it around and just
You've always got another one is Warlocks drain life and stuff over the top of them.
On top of all of us.
Yeah.
It all stacks.
Some really cool damage fuckery in
there. There's a really good and
I love it.
Oh, you got everything one shy of a route last turn.
All gone!
All gone!
Well, Souls will take 16 of that damage and fuck off over there.
And it's got Fury. So everything's got Fury. So it's like, oh, you didn't kill me. Well, then you're definitely getting whacked back.
Yeah.
And all the damage is gone. It's all on the Well of Souls. The Cronus is going to heal that back up. And some Drain Life.
I'm going to Life Leech, I'm going to Drain Life. I'm going to,
I'll roll my regens first, and then the Well of Souls will take any of the damage left apart from 4 there, the 2 there because I got Life Leech there, the 3 there because of that, and then he'll fuck off, and then I'm going to Cronus all that back anyway, and then the Life Leech from the infantry. And
and Dread.
Some people could be really angry about that.
Do you see now what I was saying about me and Mike wanting to give Abyssal some character back? They can now do a thing that nobody else can do, but it's infantry based for the most part, so that they can do all of this stuff, but they can do it in an infantry army, which is crap.
Other main and massive things, massive changes is the condition inspiring. There's quite a lot of that in Abyssals between your Succubi, your Bezuzu, Seductress, and Bezuzu. So it's nice for them to just become regular and inspiring.
So I know that you were always a fan of the Seductress, and I leant towards the Abyssal Champion. This leans me towards the Seductress now because it was the fact that she didn't have universal inspiring that
often she was buggering off, but it would be nice to have that.
Something quite nasty that Mike pointed out actually that the guys in Australia are doing: take a Seductress and give her the Gnome Glass Shield for defense 6. Ensnare.
People like to target her just to get a couple because she doesn't have any reach or anything like that, so people target despite the stealthy. And now it's just like, I don't want to fucking go after it.
Defense 6 and Ensnare.
I'm sure there's something else, but the entire army's got regen, mate. I fucking have that here.
Yeah, it's got regen, and I'm going to pull all the damage off everything else. Yeah, I think Force of the Abyss got some really nice changes there. I think they were already a good army that is very frequently overlooked. this is the army that if I wanted to build a brand new army for Clash, I think is what I'm looking at. I don't currently have a Force to the Abyss.
Just finished halflings, dude. Calm down.
I finished them. Exactly. Yeah, love them. Really like it. Nice changes all around.
Yep.